Hello YouTube, it is Jay with Earthly Kisses, and I am making this is not a new soap. This is going to be a restock of my Under the Sea soap. I'm going to be doing things a little bit different than I did the first time. The first time I made this soap, my colors changed. What was supposed to be a beautiful turquoise blue turned purple. Yeah, so we're going to try again today. I got my oils already batched up and ready to go. Make sure I got everything in here. I hope everyone had a lovely and fabulous Christmas and Thanksgiving. I know it's been a while since I posted a video. There has been so much going on. My dad was in the hospital for a little bit, and I mean, it's just been too much yada yada this, too much that. So we're gonna go ahead and get this soap going. This is one of my regular batch recipes. What you see here, well, what was at the bottom of my container was just where my oils have separated a bit. So I'm going to give this a good blend before I put my lye water in it. More than likely, I'm thinking that some coconut oil starting to solidify. I had the window open for a little while. It is very cold outside today. I believe the temperature is only like somewhere around like 20 something degrees today. So let me just give this a whiz before I get started. And look at this. What you know, I just don't know what is causing my cord to do this. Let me pause you and bring it back, because I can see that causing problems. Hold on. Okay, so now that I got that problem situated, Dad was in the hospital. He was in the intensive care. He was hospitalized about a week, and so I was dealing with that, trying to get all his medication when he got out of the hospital. And then the last minute Christmas shoppers hit, and yeah, so that's why I have not, that is the reason why I have not really been posting any videos. For that matter, I really have not made, I made maybe a couple of soaps during this time, but not a whole lot. I taught my son how to make soap the day before Thanksgiving, and I think that is one of the last soaps that we had going on in here. So here we go with our lye water. It's just lime water. There is no silk in this soap. Most of the slip and the silkiness comes from the kale and clay, which I do believe I put in here already. Per my note to myself, I only needed to add my lye water. I batched this out quite, I'm going to add just another half a tablespoon just to be safe. I want it to be nice and silky and all that good fun stuff. I just had so much going on, trying to get things situated for the new year. I got my new domain name. What else did I do? I've just been doing so much, guys, between the business and family and all of that. It's just a lot going on. But God is good. Everything is gravy. Daddy is well. He's home. So I cannot complain about a thing, which I'm not. Thanksgiving was great. Christmas was great. probably, you would think I'm saying, but what a lot of people don't know that I do, usually when I'm soaping and I'm not making videos, I'm dancing. And I think it is helping me to lose weight. Because when I first started soaping, I was wearing a size 16. I'm now down to a size 12. Don't ask me how. I'm like, everybody's like, oh, what are you doing to lose weight? Nothing. I'm not doing a thing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get the fragrance added into this. I have already soaked this one, so I know that the fragrance is going to behave. This is one of the first fragrances I purchased when I first started soaping, and I was specifically looking for fragrances that didn't get all out of control. Make sure I get it all in there. This was a nice, this was a good seller for me. A lot of people really like this. My husband and my son absolutely love this scent. One person liked it so much they requested that I make it into a body butter, so I did that. So this scent is absolutely, it's a nice, fresh, it has a slight musk to it. It kind of reminds you of the beach. But it's absolutely fabulous. Okay, I don't want to stick that too much because I still have to get to my colors. I don't have a plan for this soap. Really don't. I'm just going to try to go for what I did the first time, which that one was not a plan. It just turned out how it turned out. So we shall see what we come up with today. I am going to try to recreate the assortment of blues. There was to be a turquoise blue, a nice I can't even explain this blue, but I see colors and everything, and they call it Caribbean. I saw a color called Caribbean blue, and I'm like, that is not necessarily a Caribbean blue. If you want a true Caribbean blue and actually see it up close, you really need to be in open water on the cruise. That is the most beautiful blue that you will ever see. And I think I need to hurry up because I got some movement going on here, and it's probably just because I added more kaolin clay, so it's looking like my clay was in there, which is not a problem. You know, I know how to work with this. With this batch, I've had this issue before. It's still a workable trace. Not a problem. So I'm going to stick with these 4 colors. I was going to try to do more, but my battery is just not fluid enough, so that's okay. So I have this Blue Vibrance Mica from Nurture Soap Supply. I am finding between Nurture and TKB, those are my favorite places to get my colorants from. I have not had any color from either of them to morph on me. So their colorants are very CP stable. I'm going to do about half a teaspoon there, and we'll see where that gets us. You know what? I'm going to open this window up here. I know my dad keeps the heat on so high, and it kind of affects my soaping. Oh, this is pretty. Look at that. Oh my goodness. It's gorgeous. Almost the color I was looking for. I did notice that the fragrance oil, which I did not notice the first time because I poured it right out of the bottle, but now that I had to measure it out, I did notice that it was a tinge on the yellow side. So we're going to add just a little bit more blue to that. Okay, so that's going to be that color. I do have some movement going on here. It is getting thick on me, but trust me, it's not the fragrance. It is very warm in here. That's what it is. It is warm in here, and I don't know what's going on. It's clumping and all kind of crap going on here. So this is what I do when I have this going on. When in doubt, just a smidget more of water to help move it around. And I'm almost scared to add my titanium to this, but we are anyways, because that's what really is the contrasting color that we're gonna have going on here. And yeah, my soap is not being nice to me today. And this one is going to be this matte cobalt blue, and this is a liquid pigment, so hopefully that will help out here. My whisk is too big for my cup. Okay, so much for that. See how it's getting hard on me? I'm having to do this just to get it to break, to move it around. So I really have to hurry. I'm gonna have to mash this in. It just does not. And I know what it is. It's that darn clay. I should not have added more of the clay when it's this worn. I had this problem once before, and I put the two together that's what it is. So this is what I do. I just add a little bit more water. It's not going to hurt anything. It's not going to hurt the soap yet. It'll have to cure out a little bit longer, but that's okay. Get that water down in there. This is going to definitely be a spoon swirl. I'm not going to be able to do too much of anything else with this, but a spoon swirl. I'm not going to be able to do the wonderful swirl on the top that I did in the last soap. Yeah, that's definitely not going to happen here. Definitely not. See, it's like once it gets up in the blender and everything, it gets okay and it smooths out, and then it's manageable. And then we have this blue here, which is Patriot Blue, to get the nice deep dark tones. For all my newbie soapers, this is what you do when your soap is not behaving. You do not panic. Don't freak out. Just keep going, and it will work itself out. Okay? Not a biggie at all. I'm gonna add just a smidget more water to everything. Just a smidge. Bam. And as you can see, I'm not adding a lot of water. I'm just adding enough to where I can really work it. See how that smoothed itself out coming out of there? It's so much smoother. It's so much happier now. It'd be even more happier if I could keep it in the cup. See that? This is what you get when you don't panic. Just keep going. It'll be alright. A little extra water is not going to help to hurt the soap. Okay, let's go to this one now. And see this one? You know what? I don't even need a stick with it, man, I don't think. This one is still happy. It's still nice and loose. See how that's moving around in there? That's that water and situation going on. So I think I am going to give it a little whiz. Yeah, it's still, I can still do something with this. I'm used to working with the thicker trays because when I first started out, I didn't know about the beautiful wonders of Tussa silk. didn't know about tussle silk. So I was just dumping that kale and clay in there because I like the way it feels in my soaps. I was dumping that stuff in there and trying to figure out, why is my batter so darn thick? Well, yeah, that's what you get when you dumping clay and stuff in there. And let me check my camera, make sure I'm still going. I'm gonna pause you, bring it right back. Okay, so now I'm noticing on some of these colorants, this one must have titanium dioxide in it, and I can tell because the other two have loosened up significantly. This pigment. Don't be afraid of it. This one is just so much thicker than the other two, and it could be just because this one was a powder. And just a little bit more water to this. I'm gonna have to give this soap a nice long cure with all this water I'm having to add. Yeah, but this one here had like little clumps in it. I don't know. I don't want to say it's the fragrance, but maybe it is, because I don't know what's with that clump I keep seeing of soap, and it's not taking the color. Okay. I don't want to do anymore. That's not going to do me or the soap any good at this point. So with the new year coming, and hopefully I will have this video posted before the new year, what are your goals and aspirations for this year? Let's have a discussion about that, especially some of you soapers. I know that's most of my audience, and I love you guys even though you're not my intended target audience. But what are your goals for the new year? You know, what are you doing different in your life? What do you want to do different in your life? You know, I'm a firm believer in change. You know, change is always good. There's always room for improvement. That whole shebang. But you can only have change in your life if you're actually proactive in creating the change in your life. You can't just say you want to change something, but you don't take any action. You know, that's why I don't make, I'm not big on New Year's resolutions. Because that's like making a promise that you know you're not going to keep that promise. You know you're not going to keep it. Okay. Now, because this soap is so gosh darn thick, I'm not going to, I'm not caring right now about the fact that my white is no longer going to be white once I get done with this portion here. And I probably should have mixed it last, knowing that titanium was going to get a little thick on me, so I'm just going to leave this here and add some more water. And we're going to, like I said, I'm going to give this a really nice long cure. Here, for one. My soap is moving on me, and I haven't even gotten it in a mold. It's just too darn hot. I'm trying to get it there where I need it to be, but trying to move it around, smooth it out. It's going to be a plop and go, which it was the first time also. If I could just have the right conditions when I'm making this soap. Okay, so let's get our mold. Bam. Mold. Okay, so we're going to start with the darkest color. Under the sea, under the sea. That's what this soap reminds me of. Oh my goodness, this is just horrible the way this soap is reacting. Let's just get it in here and get the spoon swirl going. I got some separation going because it's too darn hot. I'm going to have to leave this in the mold for a couple of days. I can see that already. I mean, I am sweating, Jack. My dad, I didn't realize I was this much like my father. I don't like to be cold. But my dad apparently is even worse than I am because he has the heat on 80, y'all. That's why I had to open up the window. Okay, light flash. I'll be back. Okay, I am back. Got some raw soap or something going on. I don't know what's going on with this darn soap. This is a new experience for me, but like I said, I know it's got to be attributed to the heat in here. It's got to be. Okay, so that's that color. Scared to paint because I got some separation going on. I think it's trying to gel and the fragrance is trying to precipitate out of the soap. I'm not used to soaping when it's this hot, but I got to because it's time to get the spring stuff on. You know what? There's that darn chunk again. I'm just going to take that out of here. That's how we're going to do that. Yeah, this is going to get a very long and thorough cure. That's if I even offer this for sale at all. I'm not in the habit of offering soaps that give me these kind of issues, especially when I'm not for certain what the issue is exactly. You know, I'm not trying to injure or hurt anyone. These colors aren't giving me that much of a problem. Let's stir this white. I'm going to attempt to put a small layer of white right in here. As we get to the top, I wanted to kind of resemble you know, the waves crashing. Look at me, still trying to make this soap into something. Yes, I am not a queen. I mean, there's all kind of stuff splashing up off of the soap though. Okay, get that in there. The one day I don't have my goggles on. I have no idea what I'm going to do with the top of this. Dropping soap everywhere, don't care. I just want to get it in there and be done. I don't even think I'm going to have much room for the white. Nope, nope, nope. I don't think there's going to be room. Okay, can't find a spoon to do a spoon swirl, so it's going to be one of these once-a-jiggies. which is, I believe, what I did the last time. Just to get that swirled all around. Make it look like waves crashing and all that great stuff. Okay. 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 I need to put on my goggles because I want to get this really good bang. And I don't want anything splashing in my eye. Let me bang this on the floor. Okay. Which I should have had them on all the time. But it's alright. I'm making a mess. I got containers falling over all over the place. I'm just trying to hurry up and get this in, guys. I have no idea what the top of this is going to be like. See, I got separation going on. I've never seen this happen before. That's why I said it's got to be just too gosh darn hot. I know I've said that a million times, but this is just driving me nuts. What's going on with this soap? See how it looks? Even the texture is really off to me. Okay, so got it all in the mold. There were supposed to be samples coming out of this, but not at the rate this is going. I'm talking about there's oils and stuff. What stuff is splashed and separated out of this. It's just all over the place. Yeah, clean up on aisle 9. Yeah, that's what we got going on right here. Okay, so back into the film. I'm going to try if I can find what I'm looking for. Here it is. To texture the top. And I really hope this works. I mean, I can see stuff floating out of the side of this. I mean, really? Was it really my turn for the soap gremlins to come visit? I know one thing, it does look like it does kind of look like the foam from water. That's what this looks like on the top. So I'm just trying to make do with what I got here. Yeah, don't know what's going on here with this one. Yeah, but the top does look like crashing water and waves. So it does have the look that I was going for. It does have that. So that's that. I'm not going to do too much more to it. I did just want to pull this over to the side and up because I do know that I have too much soap batter going on here. I don't know if you can see this. Try to zoom in to where you can see this. But like right around here on the sides here, I got oils pulling up. See how the oil is pulling up on the side there. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make this a little bit deeper than what it was. I mean, I have jacked this soap up today, guys. This is going to have a high top even though I did not want it to have one. Because I don't want those oils, whatever that is, I don't want it coming out of the side. I want that to stay in the mold, because the best way to try to save it is to just let it reabsorb. I mean, this is just, it's a pain, guys. It's a pain. I mean, it is still letting me play and work it, and it's just not coming out looking like I want to. Everything is getting, the colors are getting all muddled up now, which is really not much I can do to stop that. Try one more time to get these waves to go the way they are supposed to go. Just trying to get it to look like something. And it's getting there, but my goodness. It has a really rustic look to it, guys. I know it's because it's just too dark. Okay. Yeah. The top looks ugly. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay. Well, that's what it is. I'm not doing anything else to it. That's going to be that. I'm debating if I'm going to put some glitter on the top, but I don't think I will. I'm just going to leave it at that, and we'll have to try another time. But I will say, let me scoosh these oils back in here. I want to show you something that looks really cool. Okay. Look at that. I hope you can see that in the camera. The size. I love this mold because you can really see what's going on the inside. I'm going to bring it down for a close-up. You see that? Doesn't that look awesome? It looks great on the inside. We'll just have to wait and see what happens, but this is my yuck of a soap. It's yucky. I don't like it. It's probably just gonna have to be for us. We shall see. We'll see what comes of it. But that is my Under the Sea restock soap. Yeah, we'll try again on a part 2. I'll bring it back, guys, back at that time. Have a nice and happy, safe, merry New Year. Bye-bye.